for the Reese B, the best channel on YouTube.
This is the Icelandic Ring Road, which goes all around the entire country of Iceland. Over this 3-part series, we shall be driving all of this ring road, staying in a different hotel every night and seeing all the wonderful things that this beautiful country has to offer. Welcome to the Reese B Adventures in Iceland. The first stop of the day is to Godafoss. It is one of the most beautiful waterfalls in the entire country, and it helps that I was actually able to see this one for myself. Though it is not very tall, the cascade is divided into 2 horseshoe-shaped falls, making it unique among Icelandic waterfalls. And you can see why Godafoss translates into waterfall of the gods. Our next stop was to the town of Akureyri, the largest town outside of the greater Reykjavik area, situated in the north of the country. On the way there, though, there is a lovely lay-by where you can pull over and see the town from across the water. And when you drive into the town itself, one of the first things you might notice is the red heart-shaped traffic lights. This is one of many things done in Iceland in order to just make the people feel happier, alongside the colourful buildings that you might see and the occasional sculpture person made of rocks on the road, especially in the winter times where the sun does not rise for that long and it is very dark. The small things like these help the Icelandic people and their mental health. Also here, it is very hard to miss the prominent church perched upon a high hill. The 2 towers of this church dominate the skyline. This was constructed in 1940, and on a clear day from here you can see beautiful views of the mountains and fjords. The town itself is an old trading station and also a very important fishing town. There's lots of really nice little shops here and there and little cafes, including the Café Paris, where I had a lovely cake. But also here is a modern art museum with a beautiful rainbow-type road outside of the museum. And I went for a look around, and it inspired me to create my own art in the form of a short film called The Reese B Goes to an Art Museum. So while our adventure in Akureyri city centre may have been over, there was somewhere nearby I wanted to visit. The Christmas Gardens, where it is Christmas every day. This little house, modelled after some kind of fairy tale house, is actually a Christmas shop which sells Christmas ornaments all year round, including some rather funky ones. And if you are around the channel at Christmas time, you know I'm a fan of a funky Christmas bauble. Also here are some of the most intriguing public toilets I've ever seen, featuring a chessboard and a chandelier. And just outside of the toilets is some of the most beautiful art I have ever seen. The Christmas Gardens also feature a fairy tale tower in which it has the world's largest advent calendar. I'm now in the tower at the side of the shop, and it is what's called the world's largest advent calendar. So these are little doors here. She is small and barefoot. She lights the candles on the Christmas tree. She is little girl with the matches. That is fascinating. And then where's number two? Number two is over here. So we go over here, and the real princess has fallen asleep on the pea, but she puts her shoe in the window. It's kind of a picture of each one until you get to the big day. Now you've visited this huge Christmas calendar. Christmas is a fairy tale of its own, full of joy, laughter and magical things. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. So as I left Akureyri, full of the Christmas spirit, I was sure that this is one of the best places I had visited on my entire trip, as I took one last drive through. But on our way to the accommodation tonight, I was not aware that I was just about to have one of the worst driving experiences I'd had on the entire trip. As the fog came down and the wind came up, throwing all the snow into the air. For a lot of this drive, I basically just followed the rear lights of the car in front of me, because that's all I could really see. At one point, there was actually a queue of traffic, which had not happened to me on my entire journey here. But eventually, we battled through and got to our accommodation for the night. And we are now in the room, which is a big green door. Much like in Hotel Magma, this place is like lots of little cabins put together in a row that have got lovely views and all that kind of stuff. So let's just get into this. This is the the opening area, the foyer, maybe the porch, kind of, you could say that. There's a bin for all the stuff here to put the bin. And here is your hangers, as per usual. There they are there. As we walk into the room itself, we have this suitcase. What's that all about? Is there anything in the suitcase? Can it even be opened? No, it's a decorative suitcase. It's very nice. Here is the bed, which is a very nice bed. I think, it's actually an actual double bed. That's the first time in a while we've had an actual double bed that wasn't two beds, two singles stuck together. Did we have that one last night? I think last night we had a proper double as well. TV, by the way, here it is. I know that you're very interested in what channels the TV has. This is the first time where the majority of channels on the television are Icelandic, with only one of being in English, which is the BBC World News. Unfortunately, there's no Channel 4. That means I'm going to miss the Great Pottery Throwdown tonight, which is a shame. I'll have to try and catch up if I can. As we move across, we have, by the sides of the beds, the two little nightstands both have books, one by Neil Gaiman, who I'm a big fan of, and it's his Norse mythology book that I have already read, but is well worth a read if you haven't read it yet. We have a little seating area. I'm going to try and arrange all this bag stuff, so I only have one bag. That's my big thing for this evening. And a little desk area with, of course, tea and coffee making facilities, no hot chocolate. But the main appeal of this room is these two bits of fluff on the wall. Because I know I would like to specially recommend that we have two pieces of fluff on the wall from now on. But also there's this view, which is quite nice, isn't it? Now, I've been checking the Northern Lights forecast every day, and every day it's been about a 2 out of 10 or a 3 out of 10. Tonight, it is a 5/6. So tonight is the most opportune night we've had to see the Northern Lights of the entire trip. So if it's going to happen, I think tonight's the night. So hopefully we'll be able to look out this window and see them. Or we'll look out this window and see complete darkness. One or the other. Either way, I'm sure it'll be fine. Right. Bathroom. I forgot we haven't done that yet. Come with me into the bathroom. Here we are. It's quite lovely actually. Let's turn the lights on. We have, once again, this brand of shower gel and stuff, which appears in quite a few of the hotels. It's very good. I like it a lot. There's the shower and shower curtain. Now I don't know about you, but I am not a shower curtain guy, to be honest, because I always find that when you get wet, they just kind of get attracted to you and stick on you a little bit. I don't like it, but not to complain too much. Here's a window. Don't know why there's an actual window, but there you go. Sink, just the one glass today. Normally we get two, but there you go. Overall, it's a nice little place. I like it a lot. I'm thinking, what do I prefer, the actual hotels or little cabin places? And so far, I think the cabin places are actually quite nice. The one thing that kind of dragged the Magma Hotel down a little bit for me was that the path from the little hut thing, cabin where I was staying, to the restaurant was really, really icy, and I was terrified. But here seems alright, everywhere seems pretty good. So, I shall enjoy my stay. And I'll talk to you either later or in the morning. So, see you then. Right, so I am sat in my room now. It's just about to go 9 o'clock, and there was a strange light in the sky. And I thought, could it be? Could it be my time? And it was. The thing was, though, I tried to capture it on GoPro and got absolutely nothing. I took a few photos on my phone and I got some pretty good ones. What's quite strange though is when you see it in real life, it's just like a big kind of milky white strip in the sky. There's no big colours or anything, it's just a big white strip. But when you take the photos on the phone or on the camera, you get the colours that you normally see. It's unbelievable. It's almost like it's impossible to capture an actual photo of it. I don't know, maybe if you've seen them before yourself, you can let me know if this is the same all the time, because obviously it's the first time I've seen them before. But that was insane. Because at first I looked at it, I was like, is that kind of just like the sun setting behind a cloud or something? But I knew that it wasn't. I'll put some photos on screen now or something, but apparently they're supposed to be out again soon, just before midnight. So I hope I'll be able to get a few more photos, but that was incredible. There aren't words. It's just, I just went out there and just stood out there for a bit, and just kind of saw this light glimmering everywhere. It was literally just like the night sky, and then a pale white cloud in the middle. Insane. I told myself that I wasn't going to see them, to not get my hopes up or anything, but I actually did, and it's just very happy. Right, I'm going to turn this off now and just kind of look, see if they come back. I'll see you in the morning. So I've just pulled over here because I saw this wonderful sign for the Icelandic Seal Centre, and I thought that could be interesting, and so I looked it up, but unfortunately it doesn't open for another 3 hours, and we're kind of on a tight schedule because I've been told there is a storm coming in this evening and I should not be on the roads when the storm comes in. So as much as I would like to sit here for 3 hours and go see some seals, unfortunately that's not really possible. But then I saw another sign over there. I'm not sure if you can see it that clearly, but it says I don't know how to pronounce it, but the town we were in yesterday, which I'm going to pronounce as Akureyri. In my head it sounds like Akureyri, but I know that's wrong. Anyway, that is that way. And that's 197 kilometers away. Reykjavik is that way. That way. And that is 191 kilometers away. So we are now pretty much at the midpoint between yesterday's destination and tomorrow's destination. And I think that's pretty cool. Now, you know, it's quite sad that this is all nearly over. But I'm very much looking forward to getting to Reykjavik. And here is just a beautiful place anyway. Look at this. You can see it over there a little bit, the kind of black mark, which I'm guessing is the road. Then we continue. Actually, there's something here I really want to show you, because these little things are everywhere. And I haven't actually got them on camera yet. I've actually bought a miniature version of them for my family's garden. I bought that in a shop yesterday. But look at these fellas here. Look at them. Aren't they fantastic? They have these everywhere here. They make them out of the rocks that they can find around. So I got a little one for the house when I get back. But yeah, these big ones are everywhere. Right, back in the car, back on the road, I think. Let's get back to it. windiest place I have ever been in my entire life. Oh my god. You probably can't hear any of this, but it's very windy, very cold. Look, there's a greenhouse. That's where they grow veg. Up there is a spa and restaurant. But here is what we came to see. The geothermal pool. Jesus Christ, it's cold. Oh my god. That is the windiest place I've ever been in my entire life, and I've been to Blackpool. Oh, there's all ice around the car as well. I was just hugging the car to get in. Let's open this coat up a bit. So let's open the window so we get a bit of an experience of what it was like. 1 second. Turn the electricity on in the car. There. That was awful. You know, we get a lovely view of this thing here from the car. I didn't need to get out. I wasn't going to go to the spa or the restaurant. Oh my god. It was good to sit close there. See the nice bubbly and stuff there, but yeah. Wow. It was so windy that it whipped the bits of my hood into my face. It really hurt. Right. Get on the move now. We're going to go kind of close to where our hotel is. There's one museum that I want to go see, and then head to the hotel, because what's the time now? Okay, we'll be fine. But yeah, I mean, there's a storm coming apparently. If it's as bad as the wind here, people on the road could be in trouble. So we got to get off the road before the evening, so let's get on it. Of how windy it is right now. It's ripped my hood off. Also, look at the car. The car is just shaking in the wind. I'm going to the hotel. Oh my god. Right. Let's get to the hotel, because oh my god, it's gonna tip over the car. Okay, so I've come to the hotel early because I went to the museum that I wanted to go to. I was gonna have a bit of food there first because I got a little place to eat, and the fella was there who was just telling me how awful this storm's gonna be and how much I should really just get to where I need to go, which isn't great business for the museum, but you know, I appreciated it. So I left and I just came to the hotel, and it turns out he was right, because I think it's come a bit early to the point that the wind was blowing so hard that they couldn't open the door to the hotel to get me in. And they needed 2 people to open the door so I could get in as I stood there with my suitcase nearly being blown away down the street. It wasn't fun, but in terms of places where I would like to sit and wait out a storm, this might be number 1 on my list, because we've got a very nice penthouse little apartment thing. Quite frankly, it's unbelievable. Just look at this. Here we go. Here's the bed. It's massive. Then over there, wardrobe, TV, fridge, all this stuff here. Little seating area over there. Pictures of 2 women on the wall, because why not? Some potted plants. You know, that's what you need sometimes. Then we've got this bathroom with this massive mirror that might even be like a one-way mirror. Someone's watching right now. Hello, how are you? Call reception. We can deliver all this stuff if you want. If I want a shaving kit, I can have a shaving kit. And there's this massive shower as well. It's great. And even if we look in here, you ready for this? Because in here, there's a dressing gown and slippers. I mean, what else do you want to survive the storm? I actually haven't checked the TV yet. Let's have a look. See. What the? They've got like their own little menu. You can look at weathers, radio, news, restaurant and bar.
I presume you understand, I don't say this because
it tells you the times.
Has a role in helping to disseminate information. One of the roles
okay, so there's the TV.
Members and I guess yourself.
You've seen these? Oh, this is all just UK channels.
Because over the last couple of years we have people not being able to get doctor's appointments face to face necessarily.
But there you go. Tea and coffee making facilities, of course, a phone, one of these fancy coffee machines that I can never get to work, even though I don't drink coffee. I just like the smell. But the number 1 thing you do not need in a storm, which I have right now, is a balcony. You might not be able to hear me from now on as we go outside, but let's do it anyway. Here we go. Oh my god. So here we are. It would be a lovely view if it wasn't so windy. Look at those flagpoles down there. Get inside, get inside. Oh my god. Yeah, so if it wasn't a storm, it'd be great to stand out there a little bit, but the storm's coming, but I think we'll survive. So just a little bit of an update as to what exactly is going on. I've had a phone call from the travel agents in Reykjavik, and basically they were phoning me to be like, you need to get to the hotel now. I was already getting the hotel, so I was one step ahead of them there. But basically what they have said is we don't really know what's going to be happening tomorrow. That's a very stroby light there. Let's go back over here, I think we were okay. Oh no, we're strobing everywhere. There. Yeah, we don't really know what's going on. We don't really know what the weather's going to be like tomorrow. So normally what my plan has been most days is like breakfast at 8, leave at 9. Whereas tomorrow, they really want me to just check out as late as possible, which here is 11. So tomorrow I will check out at 11, but I'm not allowed to go anywhere until I phoned them or had a phone call from them saying everywhere is safe to travel, because apparently this storm is going to get a lot worse. I think it's died down a little bit now, but apparently it's going to get a lot worse. Then we've got to check the roads, check if everything is, all the roads are open and stuff tomorrow. So The original plan was we're going to drive around some of Western Iceland, see a lot of stuff there. I was kind of 50-50 on this plan anyway, ever since my day one flights got cancelled and I never got to see Reykjavik properly. So I was kind of toying with the idea of just going straight to Reykjavik instead and spending the day in Reykjavik, which is what I think I was going to do anyway. Now that's become even more likely because, to be honest, I don't know if I want to spend all tomorrow driving for like 3 or 4 hours around West Iceland, especially if we're leaving late and I don't get to see Reykjavik, because I'd like to see that more than I get to see Western Iceland. So hopefully the storm isn't that bad. It seems to have died down. Hopefully it stays dying down, and the big storm that will apparently be coming in about an hour or two, that won't happen, is what I'm hoping. And then everything will be fine, and tomorrow we have a lovely day in Reykjavik, even if it is a bit wet, which it probably is going to be. That's the hope. If that actually happens, is a different question. I have filled out my passenger location form thing for the flight on the 23rd, so everything should hopefully be fine. It's a bit annoying that me and Reykjavik seem to be a little bit accursed. Whenever I am going to Reykjavik, a storm hits, meaning that my flights get cancelled, or I might not even be able to go. But yeah, we'll get there. We will see the big church that looks like Asgard. That's all I really care about, to be honest with you. Maybe the Rainbow Road. I mean, that'd be nice. There's lots I want to see. I just hope I get to see it. I'll find out in the morning. You'll find out in about a few minutes when I cut to the morning. But you know, keep a little thought for me. I'm living this in real time. I mean, come on now. There's only so many times you can watch a truck refill with fuel over there. On the bright side, I did have, I got a little plastic bag here that I kept with just like emergency rations in the car, and there was a bag of scum in there, our favourite Icelandic sweet, scum, and I ate that. It was good. Right, I'll leave you alone now. You see, the thing is, the storm isn't even really that bad. I could go out there right now and have a drink. I take it back, the storm's awful, it's a bad time, it's a bad time. We've just lost power in the room. Put the things in. Nothing's working. But outside the room is fine. Those lights are still working, so why aren't they? The phone is still working. Oh hi, I've just lost electricity in my room. Is this the entire hotel or is it just this? Right, okay. Okay. Right, got you. Okay. Thank you very much. That's alright, thank you. Thanks. Bye. So I thought it might just be my room, because the lights outside the room are still working. It turns out it's not just my room, it's not just the hotel, but the entire city. So that sucks. Yeah, this is the view outside. So I was going to say, can you see that? But the whole point is you're not supposed to be able to see anything because there are no lights. There's some car lights over there. That is it. The storm has knocked out the entire power to the city. This is going to suck. I just hope I can get to bloody Reykjavik tomorrow. I know the roads are going to be hell. Oh my god. If I have to miss another flight. It's getting dramatic near the end. I thought it was plain sailing from here, but apparently not. Let's keep on going. Hopefully I will see you in the morning and everything will be fine. Good news, everyone. The power's back on. So, you know, it wasn't off for too long. I think about half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. Here we go, let's have a look. Look out there. All those lovely twinkling lights back on. That is great. Oh my god. I was worried for a second there, not gonna lie. But yeah, we're back on. The storm is still raging. I mean, according to a weather forecast I looked at before, we're not even in the worst part of the storm yet, so that's not too great. But there you go. What are you gonna do, eh? See, the weird thing is I'm not worried about driving tomorrow. I just don't really know what I'm gonna do if I can't drive tomorrow, because my plane is the next day at 10 o'clock, I think. So obviously you have to be there 2 hours earlier, so I'll have to be there at least at 8. Then to drive from here to the airport is about 2 hours, I think, maybe a bit more actually. So let's say 3 hours. So to arrive at 8, I'd have to leave here at 5 a.m. and then also I have to drop off the car at some point. So I'll be leaving here at like 4 a.m. And I can't stand driving in the dark in this country because there's no lights anywhere, even when the lights bloody work. There's no lights on the ring road. I don't like it. I'm driving at home in the dark is fine because I know the roads. Here, with this. So hopefully tomorrow morning everything's fine. We have a lovely drive to Reykjavik. We see lots of lovely stuff. We stay in the hotel. We get the private taxi to the plane. We get on the plane and everything's fine. That's the dream scenario. We live the dream. Right, unless anything else dramatic happens this evening, I'll see you in the morning. Goodbye. So, the average journey between Keflavik Airport and Reykjavik is about 50 kilometers and it takes about 45 minutes. We've taken a bit of a different route, but after nearly 9 days of driving at around 1,300 kilometers, today might be the day that we finally arrive at our destination of Reykjavik. Let's have a bit of a storm update. If you can see behind me, it's still very wet, it's still very miserable, it's still very windy. The wind has died down from last night. It feels a lot better out there than it did last night, but it is going to get worse soon, but only for a few hours or so. Around about 12 o'clock, it should die down. Right now out there, it's gale force winds of around about 50 kilometers an hour. That's going to go up to around 80 kilometers per hour, then go down again to about 40. So ideally, I'd like to go out there when it's about 40 kilometers an hour. I haven't spoken to the travel agents yet. I'm going to give them a call in a bit, see what they say, check the roads, make sure everything's open. But hopefully, we should be on the road soon and in Reykjavik, see all the sights, then have a lovely sleep. Then this time tomorrow, we'll be on the plane, ready to go home. So it's an exciting day today. It's a bit up in the air, but I guess that adds to the excitement. Right, I've got some phone calls to make. Talk to you in a bit. So it's been a few hours since we last spoke. I have spoken to the travel agent people in Reykjavik, and they have spoken to the hotel, and they've managed to agree that my checkout time should be pushed back a bit. I'm not sure how much a bit is. From what the guy was saying, at the minute, it's looking like I'll be leaving the hotel at 3 o'clock, which means I get into Reykjavik around 4-ish. Personally, I prefer if we left around 1. I think 1 is when the winds start to die down, and 3 is like kind of when they get low. I'm going to try and argue that we should go for 1. I mean, if you look out there, you can see the waves are quite strong. You can see that there. But apparently there's an area that we pass through which is famous for strong winds anyway, never mind when there's a storm. So, you know, we gotta be safe. And if we do leave at 3, that would give us a few hours of daylight and a few hours just like go around the shops and stuff. I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world. I'd definitely be able to see all the things I want to see. So it wouldn't be the end of the world by any stretch of the imagination. But, you know, obviously sitting here, kind of just waiting for a call to go, yes, okay, now it's good to go. I'm being very impatient, but there you go. Hopefully we should receive the call very soon to say everything's fine and go. I doubt it, but hopefully. This is not how I want to really be spending the majority of my last day. Right, we just had another call. God, the lighting in this room really does not agree with this camera. Where can we go so there's decent lighting? Is the bathroom good? The bathroom is good, I think. Just had another call from our guys in Reykjavik, and it's looking like 1 o'clock is becoming more likely. We don't have to check out of the hotel for a while because the road we were travelling on yesterday is now officially completely closed. So anyone coming from the north to the west of Iceland through that road now can't. So the hotel isn't expecting to have as many guests as it once did. So we're allowed to stay here a little bit longer. But yeah, 1 o'clock hopefully is the time we shall be leaving here for Reykjavik, which I am personally very happy about because that gives us plenty of time to do everything that we want to do and check in to the new hotel, and I can get all my bags and stuff ready for the flight tomorrow, and we should be a-okay. Hopefully, the next time I'm speaking to you, it'll be around 1 o'clock and we'll be going. Hopefully. So I waited, but eventually 1 o'clock came round and we were officially back on the road. made it. Right, so we have made it to Reykjavik. Our journey around the Icelandic ring road is over. We've got our night tonight, so I'm going to go into Reykjavik, see some sights, so there's still that to come. But our driving journey is over, which means it's time to say goodbye to the car, which is a shame, because I really like this car. I mean, I've only ever driven one automatic car before, and that was awful, so I've written them all off, but this has been absolutely fantastic. Just everything it's been thrown at it, it's done really well with. It has this big screen thing here, and when I plug my phone into the USB, it has my Spotify and my Google Maps and all that kind of stuff. It pops up on there. The only downside is I wish this little armrest thing was a little bit closer. Apart from that, perfect. But it's time to say goodbye. What a shame. So when we started, this had 70 kilometers on it. It's now coming up at 1,660 kilometers. That was the trip in total. Pretty good if you ask me. Right, let's hand her over. Right, here we are. The final hotel of the trip in Reykjavik. We've made it. We're actually here. I can't believe it's all coming to an end. I want to kind of just go out now and kind of explore downtown Reykjavik, but I will give you the quick tour just before we do. Of course, there is the bed. Just dumped all my stuff on it. Little desk over there, won't be needing that anymore. Of course, your tea and coffee making facilities here. No hot chocolate. If you were in a hotel, put some hot chocolate in. Come on now. Here we have, it's unbelievable. It's an ironing board on a hook. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. There's a Bible, a couple bottles of wine, some sewing kits and shoe polish, a safe, a mini fridge with some stuff in, which is new. There's me in the mirror. And as we move around here, we've got like all the sink and stuff that's just in the main room. It's very funky. And then as we go in here, we have the toilet, but not just the toilet and a shower, also a bath for the first time since our holdover hotel in Manchester. Unbelievable. Also there's TV. And if you're enjoying TV channel watch, let's have a look. What does this one have? Channel list. A couple Icelandic channels, but mainly UK. Sky News, BBC, ITV, all that kind of stuff. It looks like Russia have just invaded the Ukraine, which has been being threatened all week, and it's actually happened. Unbelievable. Anyway, let's go explore Reykjavik. So the wind is picking up really bad, and the snow is coming down, but we have finally made it to one of the places I wanted to see the most on this trip. Take a look at this. Isn't that incredible? And out the front there's this incredible statue as well, if that building wasn't enough. This church here in Reykjavik stands 73 metres tall and is the largest church in all of the country. The design of the church is said to be inspired by the basalt lava columns that line many areas along the coast. Though it was commissioned in 1937, construction did not begin until 1945 and was not completed until 1986. The centrepiece of the courtyard is a large statue of Leif Erikson, an Icelandic explorer who is believed to be the first ever European to land in North America. This statue was gifted to Iceland by the United States in 1930 to mark the 1000th anniversary of Iceland's parliament. A short walk from the church is Reykjavik's newly iconic Rainbow Street. Also along this street are many nice little gift shops where you could buy hats, mugs, t-shirts, or even Icelandic condoms. You know, I've been here now over a week, and I have a bit of a conspiracy theory about Iceland as a whole, because everywhere you go, there's puffin stuff. You know, teddies, mugs, keyrings, tea towels, everything. But whilst I've been here, I've not seen a single puffin. Now, you could say maybe it's the wrong time of year. Maybe in summer there's puffins all over the place. Maybe I just haven't been in the right place. Or maybe there is no puffins. And all the puffin stuff is just here to just make sure that they get the money of the suckers. The suckers who will be attracted to buying little puffin merchandise for themselves or their friends and families. The fools who would buy a puffin teddy if they haven't even seen a puffin. Oh, it's me. I'm the fool. So, we're coming to the end now of the trip. I mean, pretty soon I'm going to go to bed because I've got to be up early in the morning and catch the flight and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, it's time for reflection, I think. And, like, before I came out here, everyone was like, oh, why are you going to Iceland to find yourself? I got asked that a couple times by some people. And the thing is, I don't even know what that means. So, like, did I find myself? I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe I did. What I do know happened was I had a great time. I saw some things that I've wanted to see for a very long time, and I got to explore all aspects of this country, and it's incredible. And there's loads of stuff that I didn't even see, like all of West Iceland I didn't get to see, all the fjords up in the northwest section I didn't get to see. There's loads of Reykjavik I haven't seen. I mean, I've been here a few hours. I've seen the hotel, I've seen a little bit of downtown, and that's about it. And I probably won't have enough time now to see the rest. Like, there's so much more to do. But the things I have done, I really enjoyed. And that's what I'm going to take away from this, just the fun I've had. The driving's been great. There's been some times where the driving was less than great, but no, that's even more fun, you know, when it goes a little bit wrong. This has been possibly the greatest holiday I've ever had. It's been incredible. I hope you've enjoyed these videos. I hope I've been able to capture this little aspect of what I've seen, and I hope you've if you've had like a fraction of the fun and enjoyment from watching this as I have from doing it, I mean, you probably would have had a good time. So tomorrow we catch a plane and we go home. You know, it's quite sad, but there you go. I'm looking forward to being home, but at the exact same time, I am going to miss this adventure. Right. let's get all this stuff ready for tomorrow. Oh, before we do though, I've got to show you something. I saw it in a shop in Reykjavik, and I thought, I must own this. Ready? It's this t-shirt I saw in the window. Look at this. That is Japanese for Reykjavik, and it's a massive puffin attacking the church in downtown Reykjavik. I don't know who came up with it, but I love it. So there you go. And I got a few presents for like my mum and dad and my sister. So, you know, a couple things from me as well. But I was looking at stuff in the shops and I was like, do I want this? Do I want that? There's a few things I did want, and some of it was very expensive, as most things in downtown Reykjavik are. Well, most things in Iceland are. And you know, the main thing I shall take away from me is the lovely memories I have in this SD card. So, right. Tomorrow, bright and early, catch that plane. See you then. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? So, I've just come back about a few hours ago, and it's good to be back. It's not Iceland, but it'll do. So, going forward with the channel, we're just going back to normal. The normal, nonsensical rubbish that we see every single week. So if you enjoy that, stick around. We're not turning into a travel vlog. We do not have the budget, but I've probably got like a video on Formula 1 soon, or like a book I like, or a TV show, or a game, or whatever's just on my mind. So if you like that kind of stuff, make sure to like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this lovely little series that we've done. I really enjoyed it. So I'll see you next time. Goodbye.